This is Module 4, Lesson 10 homework. So we are going to be building expressions from tape diagrams, from words, and then comparing them as well. So for number 1, I've actually already done it here for this one. We are going to look at this tape diagram and say, well, I know that I'm going to be finding 1/4 of something. And when I have 1/4 of, I know that that's 1/4 times something. So it's going to be 1/4 times the whole of the tape diagram, which would be 1/4 of 17 plus 4. So I have 1/4 times, and then parentheses 17 plus 4. Then I have to evaluate. So 1/4 of, and then 17 plus 4 is 21. Then that gives me 21/4, and then I can make that into a mixed number, which is 5 and 1/4. And then when we go and look at number 2, it says circle the expressions that give the same product as 6 times 3 eighths. So we need to be looking at all the different ways that we can write 6 times 3 eighths. So we can write it as 6 times 3 divided by 8. So we have that right here. And we have that, let's see that again. Or we have 3 times 6 divided by 8. So we could do, let's see, there's that one here, 3 times 6 divided by 8. And then we have, this is the same thing as this one, just backwards. We can't do that one. This would mean 8 divided by 6 times 3, which wouldn't work because the 8 needs to be in the numerator. And then when we go over here, we have 8 divided by 3 times 6. That wouldn't work either because this 8 needs to be in the denominator. So those 3 would work. And then for number 3, we're writing an expression to match and then evaluating. So this is where we've already learned this skill, but we're just going to practice it a little bit more. So if we have 1/8, the sum, I know the sum is going to be 23 plus 17. So 1/8 of the sum of 23 plus 17. So 23 and 17 is 40. So if I have 1/8 times 40, I have 40 over 8, which equals 5. We're going to build the same things there. So if we're talking about of, the kids need to remember that it's always going to be multiplication. And if you're talking about the product, it's multiplication. The sum is addition. The difference is subtraction. The quotient is division, which we won't really be working with. But that's how we're going to work those. And then when we come up to number 4, we're going to compare these without actually evaluating. So if we look at number 4a, we can see that 9 plus 12 is 21. So I know that 21 is a larger number than 15, and 2/3 of 21 is going to be larger than 15. 2/3 of 15, so I'm going to say that that one's larger. And that we can kind of work that the same way with all of these. And then we have a table here, which there's a couple of those that we have in a word problem where you need to figure out what the equation is going to be to find out what August and April were. And then a couple more word problems on the back.